people to find new careers in the city, new job opportunities and things like that. So he's just going to say a couple of words about why this topic is important to him, and then we're going to hear from, I think, 3 different people, 3 different groups about some opportunities in the city.
Jessica said, my name is Scott Albert, and I run an organization called the Albert Institute, and basically we're involved in any projects that are workforce development related, which means a couple of things: organizing events like this to try to connect job seekers and local employers. We run a professional development series for nonprofit and HR representatives. But really, and I think I was talking with a few of you, what we're kind of trying to focus on this year is some unique and creative approaches to trying to minimize the gap that seems to exist right now between the local job seeker and between the employers that are trying to hire. Some of the folks that are here tonight were guests of mine on a radio show that I was doing for a while over at KQV, and we had a regular talk about the number of companies and businesses in town that have vacancies that are looking for people, and then on the flip side, the number of people that are floating around in the job market right now that are looking for an opportunity. And it just seems like there's some disconnect that exists. So kind of the mission of what I do right now through the Institute is try to bridge that gap and bring those employers and some of these job seekers together. So that's sort of what tonight was all about. Invited some friends in to talk a little bit about who they are and what they do.
As a retail recruiter. Now, primarily I recruit employees for our retail stores. Anywhere from a sales associate up through management, district managers, logistics supervisors, etc. But I also work with the human services side of Goodwill, and that is probably where a lot of our opportunities right now exist. For people who have education in psychology, sociology, education, those are some of the programs that Goodwill is supported through our retail sales. When I first came to retail or to Goodwill, I didn't realize how many things Goodwill does and what they do and how they do it. I thought it was just a store. You donate your stuff, you go, you buy things, you get a great deal, and that's the end of it. I knew they were a nonprofit, but what did that mean? Obviously they made money, but where did that money go? And so over the years I've learned so many things that Goodwill doesn't even have their name on. But the primary goal of Goodwill is to provide opportunities for individuals with barriers to employment. Employment barriers include things like mental, physical disabilities, financial disabilities. A lot of people come into Goodwill that have never had the opportunity to get a GED at any age. And so there are opportunities for people to get those things that they need. But that obviously takes money, and in order to do that, that's where the Goodwill stores come into play. The money that the Goodwill stores make helps to support those programs. About 65% of the money that is needed for those programs comes from Goodwill retail. So every time you make a donation, you're actually in some small way helping someone find employment or being able to get back on their feet and into society. As far as positions that are available, as I mentioned, there's a lot of positions available in human services, but there's also a lot of opportunity on the retail side of Goodwill, whether it being working part-time as a cashier or a production processor, taking donations. All those are customer service-oriented jobs. Management, there's always that opportunity to move up. And we're a growing organization. When I came on board, there were 29 stores. We just opened up our 31st store here in the area out in Heidelberg. And so we are growing. There's a lot of opportunity. If anybody would like to talk to me further, I'm sitting over here. I can just stop over.
She went out that night just to escape and explore, and maybe even meet someone. And both the guys watched as she walked out on the floor. Everybody wants some fun. He just got the green like from the Mardi Gras Queen. She vanished in the crowd, so he was in place till she looked into his face and read his feelings right out loud. And they danced in a trance. Everybody knew the score of dance, so sublime, or right on time. Some were heating up that day and some would look the other way, but I wouldn't. Till he brushes his teeth, or in the bed without a bath. But what she likes best is what he does with her feet, and how he always makes her laugh. Then they danced in a trance. Everybody knew the score at a glance. Step and slide, park and ride, just like you seen on TV.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Jeff Block. I'm a recruiter for Farmers Insurance. You know, when you turn on the TV, you hear those commercials, "We are farmers," that's us. We've been in Pittsburgh for about 3 years now, and basically we wanted to come out tonight to meet you folks, let you know exactly what it is that we're looking for. And before I even tell you about Farmers, I just want to add something about Goodwill. They're great people, great organization. Believe me, my wife's been in 30 of the stores already. I don't know how many more you have, but you'll probably hit them all. But they really do a really, really great job. Anyhow, at Farmers, we're looking for people that really want to own their own business. They want to become an agent. They really want to learn about our industry. And unlike a lot of the other insurance opportunities out there, which is strictly commission, hey folks, that's not how we work. We actually have a draw for our agents. So we're going to support you for the first 3 years. Get you going, learning about the industry. So for all of you that are thinking out there, insurance, man, I never would sell insurance. Yeah, you may want to take another look at that because we are new, only been around for 3 years in Western Pennsylvania. Our office is up in Robinson Town Center in the Cigna building. And I also got my colleague here tonight, John, and he's going to talk to you too because John's looking for, well, I'll let John tell you what he's looking for, but basically what we're looking for are people, and it doesn't matter what industry you come from, folks. We've had people that were engineers. We've had people that were teachers. We've had people from the IT world. It doesn't matter because we have the #1 training program in the country today. So we will train you. We will teach you what insurance is all about. And the one thing to keep in mind, you can't live without car insurance, life insurance, health insurance. You think about it, you need those products. So those products are not going away.
Jeff focuses a lot on what we call our traditional agency program. And we actually have about 5 different entry points, which I won't go into great detail, but a little background about Farmers. For people that don't know, founded in 1928 in Los Angeles, California. And actually, unbeknownst to a lot of people here in Western PA, we're actually the third largest property and casualty carrier in America. State Farm's #1, Allstate's #2, Farmers is #3. A lot of people around here don't realize that, just because if you go west of the Mississippi, we're extremely well known, but east of the Mississippi, everything is brand new. So I always tell folks to be third largest, really only in half the country, and only the half the country where 35% of the population is. We've done pretty darn well for ourselves, but now the goal is to double in size over the next 10 to 15 years. We're owned, operated, and managed by Zurich Financial, which is a $90 billion company. So those entry points, there's a lot of different ones. What I focus on really are the retail agents, which are guys and gals who may have $25,000 to $50,000. They don't have to stroke a check. They're not buying an agency. They just have to show that liquidity and say, I'm worthy of being a business owner. They can literally open up an agency in 3 to 4 months. Also, what our newest program is that I focus a lot on, that you may know of people. And the cool thing about our program is, even if you don't want to do this, if you know of someone that may want to do this, we pay either a $1,000 or $2,000 referral fee if you know of someone that fits one of our business models. The last one I'll speak of is our dealer retail agency. We are going into car dealers, because what do car dealers see every day coming through their doors? Car owners. Their customers, the customers that we look for are coming through their doors every day. So if you know a car dealer that might be looking to own their own agency to better control their own sales process so they don't lose sales because the potential buyer can't get a hold of their agent, if you know those folks, we pay a $2,000 referral fee if those folks go ahead with an agency. But Jeff pretty much covered anything. That's a little bit about us. If you have any questions, I appreciate you being here. Stop over and talk to us.
specialist and UPMC's talent acquisition for workforce development. So I am a facilitator of a lot of different programs at UPMC that help people gain employment into UPMC. So one of our programs that I facilitate is the POWER program, which is the Partnership on Work Readiness and Retention, in which Goodwill is one of our partners for. We partner with over 30 community partners in regards to helping people who have barriers to employment gain employment. It's a series of 3 workshops where we go over assessing your skills, identifying your barriers and how to overcome those barriers. We go over interviewing because we have a very specific type of interviewing, so we hone in on that. Understanding how to read our postings, applying on our website, our process in regards to assessment that you may have to take. So we help anyone who has a barrier to employment, whether you're new to the workforce or maybe you haven't been in the workforce for 10 years and you're trying to get back into the workforce, or maybe you're just ready to change your career altogether, but you're not really sure which way you want to go. So we'll help you in regards to that. We also have career development series in which I actually help people navigate on our website. Sometimes it's not the easiest thing to do, especially if you're not as IT and computer savvy. So I really go out and I help people applying online and again, understanding how to read our postings. We also have veteran initiatives where if you are a veteran, we can match you up with a mentor, which is one of our recruiters or myself, and helping you again gain employment. And then we show you how we have all these different benefits and how to move up once you've gotten your foot in the door. Because that's the big thing is trying to get your foot in the door at UPMC. But truly, once you get your foot in, you really have unlimited opportunities. And I'm going to let Meg actually talk to you about the different opportunities that we have in the company as well.
So hi, my name is Meg Brady. I'm a project coordinator for talent acquisition, and I work with Shana on a lot of the initiatives that she was talking about through workforce development, particularly the career development series. So if that's something that you're interested in, you want to kind of learn more about how to navigate our online space and how to apply, definitely come see me at the table to my left, to your right, after we're done up on stage. But another thing about UPMC is that traditionally when you think about UPMC, you think hospitals, you think clinical positions. We are so much more than that. We have about 2,000 open positions across the system right now, so whatever you're interested in, we probably have it. We probably have that position available. And some of our departments include, we have the UPMC health plans. We have an entire insurance services division. We have business services and insurance support, clinical support, corporate services, enterprise services. So we have pretty much every position that you can think of, because not only are we hospitals, but we're offset by a very large business and business support sector. So if you're interested in finance, if you're interested in customer service, IT, whatever it might be, we can help connect you with the position that sounds right for you. So again, we are going to hang around for a while, so if you're interested in learning more about UPMC, the positions that we have that you're interested in, definitely come and talk to us after. Thank you.
Think of your fellow man, went to a helping hand, put a love in your heart. We know it's getting late, oh please don't hesitate, put a love in your heart. And this world will be a better place, and this world will be a better place for you and me. Just wait, wait and see.
Another day goes by, and the little children cry. Put a little love in your heart. Oh, you say it's getting late. Oh, please don't hesitate. Put a little love in your heart, and the world,
And this world
will be a better place. And the world,
and this world
will be a better place for you
and me.
And just wait,
Wait and see. I'm gonna play
And this world
And this world,
will be a better place. And this world
and this world,
will be a better place for you
for you
and me. You just wait
just wait.
and see.
Everybody put your hands together for Greg. It's first time ever.
Thank you again, everybody, for coming and spending some time with us. And just in closing, I'd like to say, I mentioned in the beginning about kind of this disconnect between job seekers and employers right now. And I think sometimes what that is just misinformation. And May just illustrated it perfectly, that when we think of UPMC, I think most people right away think, well, I don't want to be a nurse, or I don't want to be a doctor, I don't work in medicine, and forget that that is a business machine over there, and all the little support positions that make it run. Then on the other end, the administrative, the executive end of things. So I thank you for that. And again, these folks are accessible. I thank you all for coming out and sharing some information. The other thing that's really starting to happen is employers are becoming more engaged in the community. I mean, Jeff never says no to anything I ask him to come out and do, neither does Donita, right? I've always got you guys out at something, and again, the community appreciates that, and I appreciate it, so thank you.
Mark Strickland.
And as we spoke of many